Delete every motivational video you've ever saved about content creation. Not because they're useless. Because they are the reason you're not posting. Every "just be consistent" video. Every mindset shift reel. Every creator telling you to push through the fear. They are feeding the exact system that keeps you stuck. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly why. Not as a theory. As neuroscience. Act 1, the loop. Here is what actually happens when you try to post. You have something to say. You know your niche. You have the tools. And then nothing. Not a block. Not laziness. Not perfectionism. A full stop. You delay the upload. You rework the title for the 4th time. You tell yourself the lighting is wrong. The audio isn't clean enough. You archive the draft. You start a new one. The new one never gets finished either. This is called creative avoidance. And research from the University of Texas found that 73% of new content creators abandoned their channels within the first 90 days. Not because they lacked skill. Not because the algorithm was against them. Because their own biology stopped them. Here is the mechanism. Your brain has one job. Not creativity. Not income. Not growth. Survival. Every decision your brain makes, every day, every hour, passes through one filter. Is this safe? For 200,000 years, that question had physical answers. Predator. Fire. Fall. Starvation. Today your brain asks the exact same question. About your channel. Act 2, the science. In 1994, neuroscientist Antonio Damasio published a study that changed how we understand decision-making. He studied patients with damage to the prefrontal cortex. These patients were intelligent, logical, articulate, but they could not make decisions. Not major ones. Not small ones. Not at all. Because the part of their brain that processed emotional threat signals had been severed. Without threat detection, the brain had no filter. No starting point. No output. Damasio called this the somatic marker hypothesis. Your brain uses emotion, specifically threat signals, to decide what actions are worth taking. And the threat system is run by one structure. The amygdala. The amygdala's job is to detect danger and trigger cortisol. Cortisol does one thing. It shuts down any behavior that is not immediately necessary for survival. Long-term planning. Creative thinking. Public exposure. All of it gets blocked. Now here is the part that should stop you. A 2003 study from UCLA showed that social rejection activates the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex. The same region. The same intensity. As physical pain. Your brain processes the risk of public embarrassment. The same way it processes being hit. This means every time you consider uploading a video, your brain runs a simulation. It imagines the worst version of what happens. 0 views. A comment that destroys you. People you know seeing it. And it sends one signal to your body. Do not do this. That signal is not weakness. It is your survival system doing exactly what it was built to do. The problem is, it was not built for this. So if courage doesn't fix it, and motivation doesn't fix it, what does? Act 3, the twist. Here is what almost no one tells you. Motivational content makes the threat response worse. Every time you watch a video about grinding harder or pushing through fear, your brain hears one message. This is dangerous. And you need to be stronger to survive it. You are not solving the threat. You are confirming it. Courage is a cortisol override. It works once. Maybe twice. But you cannot override a biological system with willpower indefinitely. The cortisol always wins. The actual solution is not courage. It is reclassification. Your brain put content creation in the threat category. Your job is to move it out. Not into the exciting category. Not into the motivated category. Into the neutral category. Safe. Unremarkable. Normal. This is the distinction that changes everything. Motivation is a dopamine spike. It lasts 48 to 72 hours. Safety is a baseline state. It requires nothing to maintain. When your brain classifies something as safe, it stops producing the cortisol that blocks it. You do not push through. You simply do it. Because there is nothing to push through. Here is how you get there. Act 4, the protocol. 3 steps. Each one targets a different layer of the threat response. Step 1. Decouple your output from your identity. Your brain is not afraid of a video. It is afraid of what the video says about you. When your self-worth is attached to your view count, every upload becomes a verdict on your value as a person. Your brain understands this. So it prevents you from submitting. The fix is a single mental frame you use before every upload. Say this, out loud or internally, one time before you post. This is an experiment. It is not me. This is not a motivational phrase. This is a neural rerouting technique. Your brain processes experiments differently than identity threats. Experiments are allowed to fail. People are not. When your brain classifies the upload as an experiment, the threat signal drops before you press publish. Step 2. Compress the exposure window to 24 hours. The threat response is triggered by anticipated judgment. Not actual judgment. Your brain imagines the worst outcome before it happens. The longer you have to imagine it, the more cortisol builds. Most creators spend 3 to 7 days on a single video. That is 3 to 7 days of your amygdala running worst-case simulations. By the time they're ready to upload, the threat response is at maximum load. The fix is a strict 24-hour production window. Idea. Film. Edit. Upload. In one day. Not because speed makes better content. Because speed denies your threat system the time it needs to build. You post before your brain can mobilize. Step 3. Build a safety anchor through volume. The amygdala is not logical. It is pattern-based. It learns what is safe through repetition. The first 10 times you post, the threat response fires. Posts 11 through 20, it fires weaker. By post 30, posting is baseline behavior. Your amygdala has enough data. Threat classification is removed. This is why the only number that matters in your first 90 days is not views, not subscribers, not watch time. It is how many times you have posted. Each upload is a conditioning rep. You are training your threat system to stand down. You were never lazy. You were never undisciplined. You were running a 200,000-year-old biological program on a problem it was never designed to handle. 3 things. Separate the video from your identity. Compress your window to 24 hours. Stack your reps until posting becomes neutral. The algorithm does not reward motivation. It rewards volume. Now you know why volume is hard. And you know exactly how to make it stop being hard. Part 17 is next. It covers the cognitive bias that makes sure you never finish what you start, even when you want to. Subscribe. You'll want to see that one.